with the smart and successful thriller Layer Cake still fresh in the memory, that talented and in-demand British actor Daniel Craig is back already, alongside Rhys Ifans, Samantha Morton and Bill Nighy in Enduring Love, an adaptation of Ian McEwan's bestseller, which sees Mr. Craig reunited with director Roger Michell, following their collaboration on the acclaimed, if controversial, The Mother. Recently, I caught up with Daniel during a break in his hectic schedule to talk about his latest effort, the prospect of an upcoming project with Steven Spielberg, and the impressive state of his torso. That's Daniel's, not Steven Spielberg's. But first, a look at Enduring Love, in which Mr. Craig and Mr. Ifans are thrown together after a freak accident, only for philosophy lecturer Craig to find the lank-haired and, frankly, rather creepy Ifans taking an unhealthy interest in his life.
What were you doing there?
It's just meant to be, I suppose. Destiny.
In that field? Outside Oxford, what were you doing? Were you following him?
Huh?
John Logan, were you following him?
No, I've never followed anyone in my life.
And you know, I think you have.
I was looking for my dog. I lost my dog. He's very fond of the countryside. He likes the trees.
Yeah, well, I've never seen you with any dog.
That's because I lost him.
You know what I think? I think you're a bit lost.
Daniel, thank you for coming in. It's lovely to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
And congratulations on Enduring Love. I hadn't heard anything about it before I went to see it, which is often, you know, a great way of seeing movies. I was really very impressed and slightly disturbed as well.
Good.
By aspects of it. A tough role to take on because of those aspects, or was that what attracts you to it in the first place?
The main reason for doing it, I think, was Roger Michell. I did this film with him a couple of years ago now called The Mother, and literally on the last day of shooting, he said, "Have you read the book?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Do you want to shoot it?" He said, "Yes." A year later, we're shooting it, and it's sort of a complicated role, but it's just one of those niche roles. You don't turn them down. And you know, I mean, the cast, we've got Rhys Ifans, we've got Bill Nighy, we've got Sam Morton. I mean, I'd be stupid to turn something like that down.
Terrific script, obviously based on fantastic source material, Ian McEwan. Is it hard though finding scripts that you actually genuinely want to do here in the UK?
Terrifyingly hard, yeah. But anywhere, there's no scripts in the States. The problem is that one of the things Roger does, he won't go start shooting until the script's in the right shape. That's just, he will not, and that's so rare. And normally what happens is a script will be a kernel of an idea, and you'll start shooting on it. And as I've experienced in the past, you'll be on sort of like beige pages by the time you're sort of in week 2, and you're having sort of a team of 4 writers doing rewrites. It screws up. I mean, and it's simple. It's a simple equation. If you get the script right before you start shooting, you're probably going to make a good movie, but it just doesn't happen.
I don't know where you live, and I don't know what you want, really, and quite frankly, I don't care. So, could you please just leave me alone?
God, you say that, and then you make that face. Oh, well, what do you really want me to do? What do you really want me to do? Well, you're not even trying to be convincing, Joe. It's obvious.
Okay. If there's something I've done that's upset you, or I've said something that's given you an idea, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But whatever it is, I'm sorry. I'm really, truly sorry. Now, I just don't know what you're on about. I don't know what this is about.
You know what I found interesting about it was the fact that it kind of reflects the middle class life in the cities, and you don't see that often in movies.
It's not a bunch of middle class people running around wringing their hands, and it's there's a bit of that, obviously.
A tiny bit of that.
Yeah.
This is there's more dinner parties in it than a normal movie.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
But they're quite a heavy duty dinner parties.
Yeah. Well, it reminded me a bit of like the old Claude Chabrol movies, you know, where often the real drama.
Sorry.
I'm just showing off. I haven't actually seen any.
You're looking very slim.
Thank you. Road to Perdition. What a fabulous performance. I didn't even realise that was you in it. I mean, it was one of the first
compliment you could pay me.
Well, I didn't equate that with your other work. It was a terrific performance and a really unlikable character, of course. How was that when you knew you were going to be working with both Tom Hanks and Paul Newman? I mean, that must be slightly nerve-wracking, even for someone who's been around a bit.
Understatement. Yeah, it was terrifying. I sat down. We sat down and rehearsed it. I had Tom Hanks at one end of the table. I had Paul Newman opposite me, and I had Sam at the other end of the table. And I thought, well, you've got 2 choices here. You either run around screaming, or you just get on with it.
Let me ask you about Vengeance, because this is the movie which I don't know if it's actually on the cards to happen in the immediate future, but there's been some talk for a while. Steven Spielberg's film about the events at the Munich Olympics back in '72, I believe.
Yeah, it's actually the events after the Munich Olympics. That's at the beginning of the movie. Next June.
So it's actually going to start shooting then?
That's the plan.
Script finished?
It's nearly finished.
Well, let's make sure they get it right.
Yeah, they need to.
Are you excited about that, working with one of the masters?
Yeah, no, God, completely. I've recovered from it now. I met him in Paris about, it must be nearly 6 months ago now, and I thought, you know, up until the moment I got to the Georges Cinq, I was still thinking someone's having me on here. Yeah. I was expecting to go and see Stefan Spielmann, you know. No, I'm very excited about it.
Have you ever been on the E.T. ride at Universal Studios?
Yeah, in a very bad state.
Have you seen his acting at the beginning?
Yeah, no, I know. Terrifying, I know. Well, he's the director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's bad.
Well, it's, yeah, it wasn't. Well,
I mean,
I could hardly see when I went on that ride.
probably the best way to go.
No, it was fantastic. I think when he takes off at the end.
Daniel, lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
And congratulations on the film.
Did I screw that up?
The film?
Yeah.
No, the film's fine. The interview, we'll let you know.
All right.